It's a golden moment for sports, with baseball, basketball, football, soccer, and hockey all going on. And that means a lot of cards are heating up. We'll tell you which ones are heating up the most in today's Top 5 Cards.
My name is Jeff Wilson. By day, I invest in tech companies, and at night, I invest in sports cards. Join me and my team as we help you profit from the hobby we all love.
Oh, hello. I didn't see you there. I was captivated by the latest issue of Basketball Card Fanatic magazine. Have you guys seen this magazine? It is absolutely incredible, and they are now offering a special offer to viewers of Sports Card Investor. Subscribe to the next magazine. Do it by Friday because the next magazine will ship soon. Go to bcfmag.com, and if you use promo code SCI, you get 10% off a 6-month or 12-month subscription. It's an awesome magazine. It's definitely worth checking out. But today, guys, I'm here to tell you about the top 5 cards. And by the way, hello, sports card investors. Let's get into our top 5 cards today. But first, let me remind you, this episode is brought to you by eBay. eBay is here for the card collectors with a trick for every trade, like advanced tools for price checking with Price Guide Beta within the eBay app, and up to 50% faster listing with Image Scan. Learn how collecting just got smarter at ebay.com/trading hub. Hey guys, the Dallas Card Show is this weekend. I'm gonna be there for the Thursday night VIP night, doing some deals on the show floor and maybe some trades after. I hope to see you guys there. I'd like to stay for more of the weekends, but I gotta get back to Atlanta because there's a certain something going on. Maybe a big baseball game or a series of baseball games perhaps. And I'm going, so I gotta get back to Atlanta for those. But I'm looking forward to catching some of the Dallas Card Show before I head out there. Speaking of the Atlanta Braves, maybe you'll see one of their guys in the top 5 today. Let's find out. Let's get started with today's top 5 cards. Starting in the number 5 spot today, a member of that esteemed 2019 basketball rookie class, Ja Morant. Yes, you guys know Ja Morant. He was, of course, second in that class to Zion, but it's Ja who is heating up to start this season. The star point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies has been one of the hobby's favorite buys, and for good reason. This year, he started off incredibly hot. He's averaging 35 points per game and 8 assists per game through his first 3 games of the season. Now, health has been a small concern so far. He played just 63 games last season, but assuming he can hold up this year and continue to put up this type of production, like we've seen in the first 3 games, his cards are gonna go crazy as this season goes on, and we've already started to see it a little bit. In fact, here on the screen, I brought up 2 of Ja Morant's key cards, his 2019 Prism Silver card in PSA 10 and his 2019 Optic Holo card in PSA 10. This is the last 90 days, and guys, look at both of these cards and how they have taken off over the last 90 days. That Prism Silver card is up almost 29% over the last 90 days. That Optic Holo is up 121% over the last 90 days. Now, that is a much lower population card. The Optic Holo is a population of only 470, whereas that Prism Silver has about 3 times the population at a little over 1,200. So a lot more sales of the Prism Silver to go off of. But no matter which one of those cards you have, or if you have other key Ja Morant cards, they've all been looking pretty good over the last few months. In the number 4 spot, we're going with an Atlanta Brave, but not the one you might expect. It's Ronald Acuna Jr., who's in the number 4 spot today. And of course, the reason why you might not have expected to see him on this list is that he's been injured for a lot of the season. And although the Braves are playing in the World Series right now, Acuna is on the bench, still recovering from his injury. So why are his cards going up if he's sitting on the bench? Well, quite simply, I think it's because of the fact that everybody now sees the Braves are an excellent team. After losing in the championship series last year, this year they win the championship series, they make it to the World Series, and they do that without Acuna in the lineup. So baseball card investors are thinking forward to next season, and they are seeing that the Braves are probably going to be in the mix once again. And with Acuna back next year, he may have the opportunity to really shine in the spotlight. So as a result of this, over the last week, we've seen several of Acuna's cards heat up. Sales volume has gone up and prices have gone up as well. And in fact, here on the screen, I brought up 5 of his popular cards. I've got his 2017 Bowman Chrome in PSA 10. That's his Bowman Chrome Prospects. I've got his 2017 Bowman Paper Prospects in PSA 10. His 2017 Bowman Draft Chrome in PSA 10. I've also brought up here actually his 2018 Topps Chrome in PSA 10. And look, all of these cards are going up and to the right. We're looking at the last 2 weeks of these cards, and you can see that these cards are doing quite well. That Bowman Prospects card in Chrome, that one's up about 8%. That's okay. But how about his Topps Chrome, which is up 40%, his Bowman Paper Prospects, which is up about 25%, or his Bowman Draft Chrome, which is up over 154% in PSA 10 condition. No matter which Acuna card you've had, it's been a pretty good run these last few weeks. And if the Braves continue their success in the World Series, it could mean real good things for Acuna's card prices heading into next season. In the number 3 spot, we're staying with the city of Atlanta, but we're shifting sports to basketball and to Cam Reddish. Yes, Cam Reddish of the Atlanta Hawks. The hobby knows this guy as a very high upside player. And this year he started with a bang. He's averaging almost 20 points per game and shooting 67% from 3 over the course of his first 2 games this year. People are excited to see a healthy Cam Reddish enter the season this year. Last year, he only played 26 games due to injury, but he was able to rejoin the Hawks late in their epic playoff run last season and make some impact. This year, if he's able to stay healthy throughout the season, he could make a really, really big difference on the Hawks squad and potentially help them go even further in the playoffs. At least that is what some basketball card investors are counting on, because people have been buying up Cam Reddish cards in droves over the last couple of weeks, and the prices have been going up. And in fact, here on the screen, I brought up 5 of his popular rookie cards: his 2019 Mosaic Silver card in PSA 10, his 2019 Optic Holo card in PSA 10, his 2019 Prism Base card in PSA 10, as well as his Prism Red, White, and Blue card in PSA 10, and his Prism Silver card in PSA 10. And if I shift the graph to look at price change by percentage, you can see how all of these cards have taken off over the last couple of weeks. Some of these have gone insane. That Red, White, and Blue card in PSA 10 is up 233% over the last 2 weeks. His Mosaic Silver PSA 10 is up 225%. And then you've got his Optic Holo at about 30% up. You've got his Prism Base at about 41% up, and his Prism Silver at about 30% up. Those are some impressive gains for Cam Reddish cards over the last 2 weeks. In the number 2 spot today, we're going with one of the most popular second-year quarterbacks in football, Joe Burrow. And man, has Joe Burrow been good to start this season. Now you guys know he is, of course, the star quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals, and he is back this year after suffering a pretty major injury last year. It was a pretty awful knee injury. Some people were concerned about his long-term future after that injury, but Joe Burrow has proved to everybody so far this season there is nothing to worry about because he's looking great. Having passed for almost 2,000 yards so far this season, 17 touchdown passes to 8 interceptions through his first 7 games. And most importantly, the Bengals have looked great. They are 5-2, and Joe Burrow's rookie wide receiver, Jamar Chase, might be the offensive rookie of the year. Burrow's connection with Chase has been incredible. Of course, they are reminiscing back to their days as teammates at LSU and keeping that great mojo going now that they are in the pros together. Joe Burrow's cards, they're heating up as a result of his great play on the gridiron. And on the screen here, I've got his 2020 Prism base card in raw condition because there's not that many of these that have been graded yet. This is the PSA 10 of that same Prism base card. There is actually population on this is a little over 1,600, but you know that population is going to go up and up and up as PSA continues to catch up on their backlog. I also put his Select Concourse on here in raw condition as well. These are all from 2020, his rookie year. And if we look at the price changes by percentage, you can see how all of these have gone crazy. That Select Concourse card in particular, that is up 263%. 263% over the course of the last 7 days. Now that's a raw card, so you can see sales bounce around based on conditions. So, you know, the trend line on that can be quite bouncy over the course of time. But nonetheless, you could have bought his Select Concourse raw card 1 week ago, 7 days ago. You could have bought that card for $10.50 on eBay because people bought it for that price. And most recently, that card has been selling for almost $40. It's gone from about $10 to about $40 over the course of this 1 week on eBay. A very impressive rise for Joe Burrow card prices, and deservedly so with his awesome play on the field. It's time for the number one card, but before I give it to you, let me remind you that all of the charts and graphs in today's episode are from Market Movers, and you can try Market Movers for free by downloading the app on your phone. Just go into the App Store on your phone and search for Market Movers. Okay, it's time for the number one card, and guys, we're going back to my town of Atlanta. And I swear we didn't rig the list. There's just lots of Atlanta love on today's list, and particularly the Braves, because they are doing fabulous this postseason. And of course, the guy who has really put them over the top in the number one spot is Eddie Rosario. Eddie Rosario has been pivotal to the Braves' run the second half of this season. He was traded from Cleveland to Atlanta in July. And what an important trade that was for the Braves. Rosario was the National League Championship Series MVP. He batted .560 and with 3 home runs and 5 extra base hits against the Dodgers in that championship series. Of course, he had a walk-off single in Game 2 and a 3-run homer in Game 6 to put Atlanta ahead for the series win. Now, very few of Rosario's cards are graded because he has not been a popular baseball card in the hobby, or at least he wasn't popular until this last week, because over this last week, his cards have exploded in volume and price. And you can see here on the screen, I have put 5 of his different cards. I've got his Bowman Prospects card, his Prospect Auto card from Bowman Chrome and PSA 10, as well as the raw version of that card. And then I've got his Topps Chrome Update card in PSA 10, as well as the raw version of that card, and his Topps Update card, his regular Topps Update card in PSA 10. His Bowmans are from 2012, and his Topps are from his rookie year of 2015. And if you look at what all of these cards have done over the last 90 days, I put the last 90 days here on the screen, and these have all shot up like crazy over the last 90 days. Let's just take, for example, this blue line here, which is his 2012 Bowman Chrome Prospect Auto PSA 10. That card most recently sold for $165. 90 days ago, that card was selling for $50. Or you could take his Topps Update base card in PSA 10. That recently sold for $177, and actually only a few weeks ago, that card sold for $26. That card went from $26 to a sale of $177 over the course of just a few weeks. That is a 570% increase over the last few weeks. If we switch to price change by percentage, you can see how all of these different cards have just absolutely taken off over the last 90 days, and especially over the last couple of weeks where Rosario's cards have all gone crazy. If you happen to have any Rosario cards in your collection, maybe go check your old binders or cardboard boxes from a few years ago, because they may not even be ones that you had top loaded before, but you want to get them out of those boxes and top loader them right now because they are worth something today. Eddie Rosario in today's #1 position. All right, guys, that's it for the top 5 today, but make sure to check out Basketball Card Fanatic magazine by going to bcfmag.com and use that special promo code SCI for 10% off your 6-month or 12-month subscription. I think you're going to be pretty happy with it if you subscribe. It's a great magazine. And we got a great episode coming your way in 2 days, one you're definitely going to want to see. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and that little bell icon here on our YouTube channel or the podcast if you haven't already, so you're informed when that new episode comes out. It's going to be a fun one. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. We'll see you back in a couple of days with our next episode. Take care.